Now.
Good evening and welcome to Newswatch 12 at 10. I'm Dan Hagan. With an invasion of Ukraine underway, President Biden has announced additional harsh sanctions against Russia, targeting more of Russia's banks and elites. The sanctions sent back the Russian stock market and the currency plunging. Isabel Rosales reports.
Lights out as darkness falls over Lviv in western Ukraine. The silence, an eerie contrast to a day marked by sirens and explosions as Russia launched a large-scale invasion.
This is a dangerous moment for all of Europe.
Back home, President Joe Biden following through on his promise to impose crushing economic sanctions, including blocking 4 major Russian banks from the U.S. financial system.
Some of the most powerful impacts our actions will come over time as we squeeze Russians' access to finances and technology.
The Pentagon now ordering 7,000 more troops to Europe.
Our forces are not going to Europe to fight in Ukraine, but to defend our NATO allies and reassure those allies in the East.
Across Ukraine, the impacts of war felt deeply. Russian forces attacking several apartment buildings and setting a military school on fire.
You wake up in a totally new reality at 5 a.m. and you find out that the world is no longer the safe place you imagined.
As some attempt to evacuate the country, the U.S. is preparing for a potential refugee crisis.
So we are also working with European countries on what the needs are, where there is capacity.
In Washington, I'm Isabel Rosales.
Hundreds of people took to the streets in Russia to protest their nation's invasion of Ukraine. About 400 people gathered in Moscow, with about another 100 turning out in St. Petersburg, chanting and holding signs stating "No to war." Police were seen arresting dozens of protesters. Anti-war protests happened all over the world, including in Washington, D.C., where the protests include Ukrainians living in America chanting and waving signs and flags, as fear levels rise for those family members and friends who are back in their native Ukraine. Protesters urged continued support to Ukraine from President Biden. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller joins us now. A few snowflakes were in the air today, Jeff.
Yeah, hey Dan, the light snow and flurries out there now will wind down tonight, but here's the view currently in Stevens Point with the light snow falling out there. The campus looks beautiful in the fresh snow, but it is out there across mostly southern and central parts of Wisconsin, but even the Northwoods has a little bit of snow out there now. This will all wind down tonight, and tomorrow we'll actually get some sunshine through the afternoon. Here's visibility, and again, all this is light snow, 2 miles, greater than 2 miles in Rhinelander, 4 miles in Point. So you get the idea. Below a half mile is basically moderate snow. There's one report there of that. This is all kind of shifting toward the east at about 35 miles per hour. All right, so here's that 1 to 3 inch snow band across our area tonight. Less as you go north, more as you go south. It'll be out of here by sunrise tomorrow morning. So our forecast then tonight, though, is cloudy skies, some light snow and flurries out there, and just cold with low temperatures down near 1. Your full forecast is coming up, Dan.
President Joe Biden has reached a decision on his first nominee to the Supreme Court and will reveal the nominee as soon as tomorrow. We know it will be a black woman who could become the first black woman to serve on the nation's highest court. The precise timing of the announcement isn't known, but a Friday ceremony would mark 2 years to the day of when Biden made his initial pledge to choose an African-American female justice during a 2020 primary debate in South Carolina. But even if the announcement is delayed beyond Friday afternoon, it will take place no later than Monday, the eve of the State of the Union address. Sturgeon Bay police say another body has been recovered from the rubble of a bar fire. The remains of a deceased male were taken to Madison for identification. This marks the second body found in the rubble. One body was recovered Wednesday and will also be sent to Madison for identification. Police said the Dane County Medical Examiner will release the identities of the deceased after families have been notified. An Afghan refugee was in Marathon County Court today for his initial court appearance. Matuli faces charges for alleged fourth-degree sexual assault. Today's initial appearance came after the Wausau Police Department arrested Matuli earlier this month. He, along with other Afghan refugees, came to central Wisconsin after taking part in a refugee resettlement program following American troops pulling out of Afghanistan. court-ordered signature bond of $5,000 was issued today. Matuli is scheduled to undergo a one-day jury trial on July 27th. 3 former Minneapolis police officers are found guilty of violating George Floyd's civil rights. A federal jury finding today that the 3 seen on your screen left to right, J. Alexander King, Tu Tao, and Thomas Lane, deprived Floyd of his right to medical care when former officer Derek Chauvin pressed his knee into Floyd's neck. Floyd's family spoke after the verdict today.
Hopefully this is a step in the right direction for people that's in power to do the right thing, to change laws and policies, that's going to protect people from these situations.
All 3 officers face a state trial in June on charges of aiding and abetting murder and manslaughter. The parents of charged school shooter Ethan Crumbley will stand trial. Jennifer and James Crumbley are charged with involuntary manslaughter after their son allegedly killed 4 people when he opened fire at Oxford High School. Prosecutors say the parents failed to intervene when their son showed signs of mental distress. The judge agreed there was enough evidence to try them. Kim Russell was in the court for the ruling.
The court finds that the deaths of the 4 victims could have been avoided if James and Jennifer Crumbley exercised ordinary care and diligence in the care of their son.
52nd District Court Judge Julie Nicholson ruled James and Jennifer Crumbley should face trial for 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter for the deaths of Tate Meir, Madison Baldwin, Hannah St. Juliana, and Justin Schilling, the classmates of their son killed when he allegedly shot 11 people at Oxford High School in November. In court today, an Oakland County Sheriff's Sergeant described what was allegedly found in Ethan Crumbley's bedroom after the shooting. Prosecutors shared pictures of a coin with a Nazi symbol, a dresser covered in rodent feces, ammo, and target shooting silhouettes on the wall. They shared surveillance video of Ethan Crumbley at firearm stores with his mom target shooting. They shared messages Ethan sent a friend saying he asked his mom and dad to take him to the doctor because he was suffering from hallucinations and a mental breakdown. But his dad allegedly told him to suck it up.
There is nothing in those texts that says, I believe our son has the gun at school and is going to commit a mass shooting.
Correct.
Defense attorneys argued James and Jennifer Crumbley did not know their son was a danger. The message from prosecutors is that James and Jennifer Crumbley did not know because they did not provide ordinary care to their son.
He wasn't taken to the doctor. He asked for help. I mean, you all heard the testimony over and over again, and they were just indifferent. So the fact that they had medical insurance available and didn't use it is just one more piece of this complete disregard. They didn't care.
The CDC is expected to relax its mask mandate tomorrow. The new guidance will likely loosen indoor masking requirements and comes as most states have either already lifted their indoor masking mandates or plan to. If the change is as expected, it would be the first revision of the agency's indoor mask guidance since July. There are only 4 days left to get grant applications into the Rhinelander Community Foundation. The grant is for a local organization looking for funding for a special project. Qualifying organizations include local 501c3 nonprofits, local chapters of charitable organizations, schools, hospitals, governmental units, and religious organizations. The organization must benefit people within the school district of Rhinelander boundaries. In 2021, RCF awarded 11 local organizations over $22,000. Grant applications can be found on the Rhinelander Community Foundation website. The Rhinelander Area Chamber of Commerce announced they're canceling this year's Business Showcase and Home Show. It was planned for March 19th in the Hodag Dome. The chamber said business staffing shortages, shipping delays, and price increases of goods created a variety of challenges in securing vendors for this year's event. They hope to have the event back in 2023. The Russian invasion of Ukraine has sent ripples across the world, but also into space. There are Russians and Americans aboard the International Space Station, so how will it play out? We'll have that right after Jeff's weather here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart. Here is your Newswatch 12 Ski and Board Report, brought to you by Ski Rule.
Some numbers are thrilling, some impressive, some just right. After an accident, there's one critical number. The number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish & Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. No other personal injury law firm is better suited to get the amount that's right for you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Olsen Solar Energy would like to thank everyone who has trusted us with their local solar installations. And to those of you still considering solar, give us a call to set up a free evaluation and get your project booked in 2022. Discover the benefits of a lower or no energy bill and take advantage of federal tax credits. The time is now. Go green, save green with Olsen Solar Energy. Come see us at our grand opening celebration in Altoona on March 5th.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano.
Well, if you woke up 15 hours and 6 minutes ago, you saw this morning, a beautiful sunrise for a short while, and then the clouds rolled in, and we had lots of clouds throughout the afternoon, and then the snow arrived as well. Just some light snow and flurries out there now, but it's going to continue for another couple hours around here, basically adding up to an inch or two, maybe 3 across far central parts of Wisconsin. Temperatures, though, are cold today. The average high is 30. Nobody did that today. Right now, we're at 11 in Rhinelander, 13 for Leona, 17 for Green Bay. So this is not normal. We'll have low temperatures tonight down near 1 or 2. And then a slow improvement here. So back in the 20s tomorrow, low 30s Saturday, back in the 20s Sunday. But overall, though, this is better, right? With high temperatures near average Monday, Tuesday into Wednesday of next week. Okay, here's a satellite picture and the radar showing lots of snow showers across central Wisconsin. Now, pretty much snowing everywhere lightly across the state right now. The heavier snow, though, by far, the darker blues are across central Wisconsin and southern Wisconsin. That will stay there. So less amounts as you go north, more as you go south. The roads are reported now, though, as snow-covered and slippery, generally north of the Milwaukee area right now. All right, so Futurecast shows the snow getting out of here tonight. We'll have decreasing clouds by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning or so, and then we'll call it partly cloudy throughout the day tomorrow, as we'll have some energy still around the Great Lakes area. Okay, here's a snow map. So a widespread 1 to 3 inch snowfall. Again, 1 inch or less up here, 2 or 3 inches down this way, and then we're done with it for tonight. And then once we're done with this thing going forward, there's not a lot of snow in the forecast anytime soon for us, because this system here is pulling away. That's going to hog all the moisture up the East Coast tomorrow. This will likely make national news, bringing places like Boston a foot of snow, maybe even New York City, up into Maine. But for us, this system is getting us some snow here right now, but that's going to move off to our east as well. And then high pressure builds in, and another weekend, a fantastic weekend on the way. Lots going on, of course, outside with the Burka Byron this weekend. So you get the idea. It's going to be another great weekend around here. But this high is going to build in. That means lots of sunshine. Don't forget your sunglasses tomorrow, but more so on Saturday into Sunday. So our forecast then for tonight, though, is light snow and flurries out there, a widespread 1 to 3 inch snowfall. But again, most of us will see an inch or 2 from this evening, with low temperatures down near 1 and a northeast breeze around 5 miles per hour. For tomorrow, it's Friday, finally. Partly cloudy skies. High temperatures back in the low 20s tomorrow, so it's getting closer to average. Again, the average high is 30. We will not do that tomorrow with that west breeze around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows a lot going on here except for precipitation. Where is the snow? Well, there is no snow. Temperatures are going to hang out near average, though. Not so much tomorrow, but Saturday and Sunday again. Lots of events outside this weekend. It's going to be fantastic across Northwoods again. So if you're watching from Milwaukee, online in Minneapolis, come on over. The trails are in great condition. And then Monday and Tuesday up near 30, and then maybe even mid-30s by Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Dan?
The head of Russia's space agency says U.S. sanctions in response to Russia's attack on Ukraine could destroy cooperation on the International Space Station. There are currently 4 NASA astronauts, 2 Russian cosmonauts, and 1 European astronaut on the orbiting outpost. President Biden said some of the sanctions will degrade Russia's aerospace industry, including its space program. Russia's space chief indicated that blocking cooperation with Russia could result in the station going into an uncontrolled deorbit and crashing into Earth. The Russian side of the ISS controls the space station's propulsion. The U.S. side controls the electricity. Neither side can function without the other's cooperation. A NASA spokesperson said the agency continues to work for safe operations with all international partners, including Russia's space program. 7,000 U.S. troops are deployed in Europe today. Here's video of troops landing in Latvia. With this latest deployment of troops to Europe, the Pentagon has moved more than 14,000 troops towards Eastern Europe. President Biden said no troops will cross over into Ukraine. The U.S. has approximately 90,000 troops currently in Europe on permanent and rotational assignments. The U.S. government is on high alert for Russian cyber attacks. A senior FBI cyber official warned U.S. businesses and local governments they should be vigilant against potential ransomware attacks. Russia has shown an ability to cause significant disruption and damage in cyberspace in the past. Some of the biggest cyber attacks against U.S. infrastructure in the past 2 years have been linked to suspected Russian hackers. The worries of a large war in Ukraine were felt in a Milwaukee church this morning. Elaine Rojas Castillo talked with one woman of Ukrainian descent who still has family and friends in the country.
As the hymns and prayers filled the sanctuary, more than a dozen Ukrainians, young and old, prayed for their relatives back home, with the worry and fear understandable in any language. In a divine liturgy dedicated to the country, the priest gave an impassioned sermon, naming the Russian president by name, and parishioners tell us he highlighted the pain and frustration they feel about the invasion. Anya Nakonechna, who was born in the western city of Lviv before moving to Wisconsin as an infant, still has strong ties to the country. She's a fourth-year opera student who says she can't return because classes have been postponed due to the unrest. With her extended family still there, Anya says the last few days have been difficult.
We just did not think this was going to happen at all. I mean, this sort of thing of invasion is just like an old century thing where you learn in history books, and it should be in history. We were so agitated yesterday, we didn't sleep at night. We kept on calling everybody, my professors, my grandparents, my teachers, everyone that we know, just to keep updated. Thankfully, everybody's in Western Ukraine, and it's okay.
And while there is still so much still unknown, Anya says the Ukrainian people are strong and will never stop fighting for their freedom.
The Ukrainians of the world want to go and help Ukraine. It's a very different movement. It's so beautiful. And you hear these leaders, and I guess they're doing the best that they can at the moment, but we understand that they have nothing to do with it. They don't understand our culture, and that's okay. We will get there one day. It will take a long journey, but hopefully in my lifetime it will happen.
It's never too early to think about a career. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll head over to Crandon and see an annual job fair. We'll be right back.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by American Marine and Motorsports in Shawano.
Instead of being impartial, media outlets have become advocates for the Democrat Party. They got Joe Biden, who campaigned from his basement, elected president. Now they're covering up the disasters his policies created by attacking and censoring anyone who exposes the failures. But they can't hide inflation, higher gas prices, and rising crime from the people devastated by them. I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message. I will continue to ask questions and uncover the truth.
At U.S. Cellular, we're local, so we're on the ground every day, working to make sure our 5G network isn't impacted by the local weather.
Now you can get the most out of our 5G network with unlimited data for just $30 a month. Plus, choose any phone from any brand for free. That's right, free, including all 5G phones.
Because we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. All year round, U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
When you have a house full of kids, your water consumption is through the roof. But when the kids move out, the water usage goes down. But how long are they really gone for? With high-efficiency systems made by WaterCare, Maher Water Corporation can roll with any size-changing families. So call us today so we can help you with those water use issues. The laundry is still up to you.
These days, we're spending more time than ever before at home. Where the perfect pendant can spotlight your newfound skills in the kitchen. Where the right chandelier takes daily dinner from basic to brilliant. And where your decorating choices are all of a sudden illuminated. With Patriot Lighting, your lighting becomes a reflection of your personal style. Modern, sleek, eclectic. Whatever your pleasure, we have hundreds of options to make your home shine a little brighter. Find your style with Patriot Lighting, only at Menards.
Coming up on your Friday, we'll have the Catkins Animal Rescue for Homeward Bound.
Alrighty, and a few nice days on the way, and temperatures warming up into the 20s and even 30s through the weekend, even some sunshine. More when you tune in on your Friday.
The city of Mayoral will have a new mayor this spring, and the local library wants to help residents find the best candidate. TB Scott Free Library is giving folks an opportunity to familiarize themselves with the candidates. The library has set a Mayoral Forum for March 14th. The event will include a moderated debate and questions from the public. Bill Bilecki, the former mayor, and Steve Haas, a current alderman, are running. The current mayor, Derek Wellner, has decided not to run for the office again. The event will be held in person, but there will be a virtual option provided by the city on their website. Land O'Lakes Arts is once again hosting a Youth Art Month exhibit in March. It will feature more than 250 pieces of local artwork. It will be free and open to the public from March 9th to the 24th. The entire gallery will be filled with work from local elementary and middle school students. The Crandon School District held their 5th annual career fair today, offering a wide variety of employment and educational opportunities for students. School counselor Jessica Cow says the fair is really a sort of showcase of potential careers and educational pathways.
The purpose of the career fair is for them to see these opportunities that are out there. Some of these may be hiring for the summer or part-time work as well, but just to see that there's various opportunities for various levels of education after high school. In total, 3 area schools participated in the fair, where students were able to hear from area employers and colleges. On days like today, it can feel especially good to be safe right here in the United States. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll head over to Minnesota to learn about a celebration for a custodian becoming a U.S. citizen. We'll be right back.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Northwoods Furniture, Eagle River.
See your local Northern Wisconsin and UP Ski-Doo dealers.
Hi, I'm Dane Hagan.
And I'm Jeff Weller.
And we're looking for teens with exemplary character who are role models in the community.
We'll be hosting the YMCA Teen Character Awards on April 24th. We need you to nominate a teen who demonstrates the wise core values of caring, honesty, responsibility, and respect.
Teachers, counselors, family, and friends are all encouraged to nominate deserving teens using the online nomination form on ymcathenorthwoods.org. This is an excellent opportunity for you and the community to recognize teens with character.
This is the purpose-built Ford F-150. It's a beast with brains. You know what? Skip this video. Go see one at the auto show.
It's auto show time, the best time to buy a Ford F-150 with ways to power up this and that. Work smarter. Muscle for most anything. Plus, special auto show offers to help you bring one home today. Order your F-150 during auto show to lock in this special flex buy offer. Plus, get an extra $1,000 retail order bonus.
Are you or someone you love struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol and want to be set free from the chains of addiction? Then call Addiction Helpline America right now to get the help you need. From drug and alcohol addiction to dual diagnosis treatment, we provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. With one call, you can be on the phone with addiction specialists across the country who will guide you on the next steps to find the freedom and healing you desperately need. Call Addiction Helpline America at the number below. We provide a confidential helpline to help people like you get sober and live happy, substance-free lives. One phone call today can change your life forever. Don't wait another minute for that right moment to be set free. Take that bold step and call Addiction Helpline America at the number below or visit www.addictionhelplineamerica.com.
A beloved school custodian in Minnesota who's been trying to become a U.S. citizen for more than 2 decades finally reached his goal. The Bosnian immigrant has been in this country on a visa for all of those years, but now his ability to stay permanently is guaranteed, so the school helped him celebrate.
It started off as a regular school day at Lincoln Elementary until a call to the principal's office. And then the halls quickly filled with excited learners who were thrilled to celebrate their favorite custodian, Munir Zakanovic.
Thank you.
For passing his citizenship test.
God bless United States, America. I'm so happy. Finally, I'm American citizen. That's my dream come true after 22 years. I wait for that day.
He aced the test, and now he'll be a citizen here. I was so happy for him. I was like, oh my gosh, Munir's going to stay here and we'll always have so much joy because he's here.
He'd taken a couple days off to study and then had taken it and passed. And I just thought, that's worth celebrating. That's so neat. And he just is so sweet, so kind, and so patient with everybody around him that we just needed to celebrate him.
You get to see in the tears in his eyes and the joy and just what it means to be a U.S. citizen.
Zakanovic moved to America from Bosnia towards the early 2000s after the Bosnian War.
In the war in Bosnia, and I'm in the camp 9 months, and somebody beat me in my head.
He showed students a gold chain he wears to remember his son who died during the war.
Oh, wow. Just 13 years old, 13 years and 6 months old. That's my boy.
So his citizenship surprise was one he'll forever cherish.
From bottom of my heart, I'm so happy. I'm very surprised. Thank you everybody for helping me for my celebrate my luckiest day in my life, you know.
Zakanovic's son also lives in Rochester, as well as his 2 grandchildren. We'll have one final look at your weather in just a few minutes.
He should have used his power to serve Wisconsin. Instead, Ron Johnson served himself. An investigation found that Ron Johnson pushed through a special tax loophole that benefited his own family's business. After the loophole became law, Ron Johnson cashed out of the company for $5 million. Ron Johnson has doubled his wealth since taking office. Look up the facts and tell Ron Johnson to stop passing tax laws that benefit himself.
What do a 20-ounce Coca-Cola and a Quick Trip take-home meal have in common? Besides that they're both delicious. They earn you chances to win a brand new Chevy Tahoe in our Coca-Cola Scratch Game. They play the Scratch Game in your Quick Rewards app, and you can win a Chevy Tahoe or other great prizes. Play for free daily in your Quick Rewards app, or purchase any Quick Trip take-home meal, 20-ounce Coca-Cola, or Smart Water to receive even more chances to play and win. Play the Coca-Cola Scratch Game today, and you can eat, drink, and scratch your way behind the wheel of a new Chevy Tahoe.
Here's your Newswatch 12 Snowmobile Trail Report, brought to you by your local Northern Wisconsin and Upper Peninsula Ski-Doo dealers.
This This is the purpose-built Ford F-150. It's a beast with brains. You know what? Skip this video. Go see one at the auto show.
It's auto show time, the best time to buy a Ford F-150 with ways to power up this and that. Work smarter. Muscle for most anything. Plus, special auto show offers to help you bring one home today. Order your F-150 during Auto Show to lock in this special Flex Buy offer. Plus, get an extra $1,000 retail order bonus.
Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start? Then let VCI Bath & Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom.
For a limited time, be one of the first 100 callers who schedule a free in-home consultation and receive $500 off. Factory-trained and certified installers made in the USA and discounts for seniors and military.
All right, buddy, the light snow and flurries out there now will wind down tonight. Tomorrow we'll get a little more sunshine back in the forecast and no snow tomorrow. But the 7-day forecast includes a lack of snow, but warmer temperatures. The weekend looks fantastic again with highs in the low 30s on Saturday.
Seeing some sun. That'll be great. Well, thanks so much for joining us on Newswatch 12 at 10. Jimmy Fallon will be right after this.